What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch episode 1116 of One Piece. Last we saw, everything happened. Oh my god, like, I cannot believe, I don't think we've seen the Straw Hats in like 2 or 3 episodes, and they've all been like action packed. We've gotten, Blackbeard, Law, Beppo, put some respect on Beppo's name. We've seen Gorp, Kuzan, a lot of Kobe, some Moria tidbits in there, Perona, everyone. We've seen everyone, and I don't like to look at titles, but every once in a while your eyes glance at it, and I do know that this episode, a special appearance by the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the future king of the pirates, the man who is going to grab the One Piece, Buggy D Clown. I can't wait. I've been talking about it, like maybe once every 3 or 4 episodes. I'll be sitting down and I'll be like, when are we gonna see Cross Guild? When are we gonna see Cross Guild? We're gonna see Cross Guild this episode, so I'm hyped. I'm hyped to get into it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I've got the full-length uncut reaction up on Patreon, and if you guys like the content on the channel, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. Let's get into Buggy. Let's see Buggy, man. I'm excited. Oh, Buggy, Sengoku. When's the last time we saw Sengoku? I can't even remember. Jeez, this looks... The animation has been so good lately. Is that a Cross Guild reward on a Marine? Man, I gotta know more about Suru. I feel like she's like a bigger deal than I think that she is, or like I've been shown. Vice Admiral T-Bone. He looks scary as hell. Just for a little bit of money. I gotta give it to Cross Guild. That's a smart idea. Crocodile spearheaded that, I believe. I want so much more of Cross Guild. Crocodile. I fucking love Crocodile. Mihawk, I'm warming up on. And Buggy, obviously. Buggy and Crocodile are 2 of my top 5 favorite characters. It's one of the reasons why Impel Down is one of my absolute favorite arcs. My second favorite arc. Damn. Yes, sir, and he fucked shit up. He maybe beat Kuzan, maybe Kuzan blew the fight, maybe this, maybe that, I don't know yet. Gonna reward him? It's gonna promote this random citizen who just wanted money? I love Buggy so much! He's one of my favorite character archetypes, the character who fails upwards. It's one of my things I love so much. And I love how, like, surprisingly wholesome Buggy's crew always is. Come on, where's Moji? Kabaji, Richie, where the goats at? Where's Alvida? Oh! I want to see the ship, dude. I love that he using his power to like make himself look bigger. That's such a Buggy thing to do. This is gonna be. It's gonna be like a big buggy. Just Buggy's face on it. I told you. Oh. Oh. I got goosebumps. Dude. Oh my god, they're like abusing him, dude. Oh my god! They're torturing him! I can't wait for this man to get the One Piece. I fucking... Dude, this might be my favorite part of the show right now. I'm so excited for Cross Guild. I really hope they are a major part of Laugh Tale. It should be a fatal four-way. Cross Guild versus Shanks' crew versus Blackbeard versus the Straw Hats. That's how it should be. Is Buggy gonna talk him into doing shit? Is Buggy gonna talk him into going for the One Piece? Come on, go for your dreams. I've got goosebumps. Oh, we get a conversation. I got such intense goosebumps right now. I might tear up. Come on, Buggy. Come on, I want them to give in and accept him. Not, but I know it's not gonna happen. But this is the most. This is the hardest goosebumps I've had in a very long time. That fucking ship, dude. Oh my god. No, Buggy! Dude, they're gonna murder him. They're gonna eviscerate him. Does Chimera or Crocodile and Mihawk sound different? Like a very different. I don't know if it's just because it's long ago, but come on, guys, listen to him. Come on, guys. He's the GOAT. I need this man to become the Pirate King. Come on. GOAT status. Okay? And he's gonna get it. He might not get it for a long time. It might be for a couple seconds, a couple minutes, maybe an episode or two at most. But he is going to have the One Piece in his hands. And Big News Morgans is going to take a picture of him with it. I mean, Kamabaka? Or, I don't know who these weird people are, but they're Revolutionary Army members under... One was under Morley. Dude, they're still... At this stage, they're still adding more people. I'm not going to remember any of these guys' names, and I'm not even going to try until the next time I see them. Is it Saba? I don't think so. Sabo? No shot. Sabo! What in the world? I'm astonished. I'm shocked. We gotta hear the full story. I want to know exactly, step by step, exactly what happened. I don't know. He seems a little too happy. What's going on? Come on, okay. Nice and wholesome and sweet, but come on, Sabo, give me the information. Did he get everyone on? Well, he didn't get everyone, but I would assume he got most people. That's why he's... Man, what's up with Sabo, Kobe getting baddies? Baddies all up on him. The signal. Aww. What, he just bounced a single to Lucia? Or what happened? Morley? Oh, it's nice and wholesome. Aww, that's really goddamn sweet. Are these just people there who wanted to join, or did he get everyone? Because I feel like a lot of people died. No shot everyone got out. I love how much of the world we're seeing. We're seeing everyone. Something more. Gotta be something more to it. Come on. Don't listen to me. Don't. This episode better not fucking end right now. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. And I bet next week we not even gonna have an episode. We're gonna have an off week too, because that's always what they do to us, guys. Anytime, but you know what? I joke, but I do like them taking more breaks as of late. I'm gonna go to a little filler pet peeve here. I don't necessarily have a problem with filler as long as it can be canon, as in it flows with the story and the story's just not as high stakes. It makes sense. But that being said, I hate when I would really early on get into a conversation about One Piece, how good it is, and people would be like, "Oh, we can just skip this episode, skip that episode," or not even rank the filler. Take into account when ranking shows. If the fucking creators of the anime release an episode, filler or not, it's an episode of the show. You need to treat it as an episode of the show. I have watched every single episode of the show, and fillers and recap episodes are really sucky and they're disappointing, but they're a part of the show, and that's something you have to take into account. My main anime debate that I've gotten into so far in my very young anime watching career is One Piece versus Attack on Titan, and I'm not gonna, get into the nitty gritty. I do prefer Attack on Titan to it for a plethora of reasons. I love both shows, but one of the hitting points against Attack on Titan would always be, "Oh, you gotta wait a year and a half between the episode. You gotta wait a year and a half between each half of a season." And while it sucks and it's annoying, okay, the quality upon return is phenomenal. Add to that the fact that, yes, it sucks to wait, but that feeling of release when it finally pops up onto your streaming service is unrivaled. The excitement level is immeasurable, okay? So, all in all, to say, if they want to skip a week here, a week there, I'm perfectly fine with that. If it makes the quality of the show better and also doesn't let them get too close to the manga, so they can, have some time to figure stuff out, maybe slightly change some stuff, make it fit better for an animated format. So that was another excellent episode. Buggy the Clown. I just love him. Like I don't know what to say. I just absolutely love him. He's one of the characters that I've loved from the very beginning. I think I've discussed it in the past, my past reactions. I didn't immediately fall in love with Luffy. I think, obviously, as most people, the moment they got me into loving One Piece, the moment that made me think, wow, this could really be something that I can enjoy for 1,000 episodes, was the walk to Arlong Park. But even then, I loved that moment for Luffy, but I was of the opinion that Luffy was wishy-washy for me. I would really enjoy him, and then he would get too goofy for me, and he would get too unserious, and this, and then that, and it was an up and down moment for me. For the first... So, I didn't start to love Luffy until Water 7. Water 7 was, again, my favorite arc of the entire show. Water 7's when I first started to love Luffy. Up until that point, Nami was my favorite... Well, Nami was my favorite character until... It's tough, because I love Nami. I do love Nami. I think that Luffy probably surpassed her around Impel Down, Marineford. And she hasn't even gotten close to surpassing him since. And I think Usopp might have also slightly passed Nami. But Nami is still firmly my third favorite Straw Hat. But all that to say, Buggy from the very beginning I loved. Like, even in the time period where I wasn't really enjoying stuff, you know what I mean? Where I never loved Zoro. I didn't love Luffy until like 200 episodes in. I didn't love Nami until Arlong Park. But I loved Buggy right away. And I don't know if I expected him to have such an important role. Obviously, I don't. You didn't know the format of One Piece, how connected everything is, and how every single character returns, and not just for like one arc. They returned for the entirety of the story. They're going to be shown for the entirety of the story. Even if you don't see Buggy like consistently, he's there, and he's always there, and he's always doing stuff in the background, and he's going to keep popping back up. As opposed to another show where they're a main character for 10 episodes, you don't see him for 30 episodes, and then they're a main character for 14 episodes, and then they die, and you never see him again. So I thought that was going to be Buggy's role, where they focused on him a lot in Orange Town, and he came back for Logetown, and then after that I really didn't think we were going to see him that much, and then even then I would have assumed it would be more of a purely Shanks related arc or story or moment, but I'm happy to I don't know what to say, proven wrong, but to have been wrong, because I love him. I really love him. I really liked him throughout all of his early appearances, but I wasn't until Impel Down, my second favorite arc of the show, where I fell in love. Okay, he is phenomenal. Really, I talked about it a little bit in the episode. The idea of a character failing upwards is so goddamn funny to me. Not just funny, but like, obviously, One Piece, so everything's a little exaggerated, everything is a little more goofy than real life, but for people who watch Succession, the character that I, in regular live action TV, that I match closest to Buggy is Greg from Succession. Not that he's goofy, but he's slightly inexperienced, and he's what I mean. He's goofy. He makes mistakes. He's not that serious sometimes. He's weird with people, but he always seems to sort of slowly nudge his way up, and I love that. I love that. Okay, a lot of I'm not so like positive or set on any Rock's theories, but I do love the theory of Rock's just being that generation's Buggy. Where he wasn't strong at all. He got people to believe that he was strong, or he had people on his crew that made him look stronger. I love that. I love that idea, and I love this idea of Buggy being completely outmatched, bullied, abused. You know what I mean? Humiliated consistently by Mihawk and Crocodile. Okay, yet he's the figurehead. He's the big bad scary person who's the leader of this crew, not just from the crew side, but from the public, just because of how much he fails upwards and his past, and how the government may fear of him knowing anything because he's related to the Roger Pirates. I love that so much, dude. I do want to say, if you guys know the answer, was that a different voice actor on Crocodile and Mihawk? I know that the show's probably had to switch voice actors dozens of times because of how long the show's run for. But, like, Crocodile, Mihawk's one, I think I talked about it when I was talking about Zoro a couple episodes ago. We haven't seen much of Mihawk. Like, obviously we've not seen a lot of these characters, like Blackbeard or Shanks, but we've seen such little of Mihawk that I genuinely couldn't give two shits. And it isn't until, the stuff with Perona and Zoro, like the later stage Zoro stuff, that I really thought, maybe I like him, and then this Crosscut stuff that maybe I was like, maybe I might love him. But Crocodile, loved Crocodile in Alabasta, obviously. Loved Crocodile in Impel Down. Okay, he was the highlight of Impel Down for me. Obviously, I think, for me, in the history of One Piece, I think the most iconic line, my favorite line, is "It's been a long time," Straw Hat, when Crocodile sees Luffy from inside his cell. That is a legendary moment for me. I'm so happy to see him sort of get the respect that he really should as of late. Such a big threat. Obviously, I don't think Oda had everything planned out, especially when it comes to power levels and like the warlords and the emperors and just how strong people are supposed to be. Because if you really look back at the story, Crocodile should be so much stronger. He has no hockey in the Alabasta arc, which he 100% should have. But it's just so nice seeing him feel like a major threat. Because I would say, like, probably from like episodes maybe like 100 to 400. Or, I'd say 100 to like 350. Crocodile felt more and more like weak. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with 100% certainty, Crocodile is stronger than Moria, but obviously, Luffy mopped Crocodile in episode like 92 or something like that, and then he's struggling with Moria in episode 300. So, you know, you never really know. It's hard to really gauge that about this show at points. Let me tell you what, they've been really good with this, okay? So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? And I'm going to say that this cliffhanger is acceptable as long as the next episode opens up with the Revolutionary Army again. I want exact words out of Sabo. I want the full conversation between Sabo, Ivankov, and Dragon. I'm interested. I'm interested. So I like trying to piece things together. And it's another one of those things that it's also been so long since I saw that I don't even know if I remember all of the information that I was actually given. So Cobra dies, okay, killed by someone, presumably M. Presumably. Maybe he found out something, maybe he said something, or, you know what I mean, started something, and they pinned it on Sabo because the Revolutionary Army were there. I don't know. And obviously there's this weird thing going on with Vivi and M, so the Nefertari family, probably integral to the future of the story. Like, not even just the future of the story, but to the end of the story. So it's hard. It's so hard to theorize on stuff like this because I don't see the other hints that easily. It's one of the things I love One Piece, but there's so much of it that I don't really like to go back and rewatch. I know I've said I want to do a full rewatch, and by that I mean I'm not able to go back and watch an episode here, an episode there, a scene there, a scene there, and especially because I'm not really able to be a part of the One Piece community because of the rampant spoilers. So it's almost like one of those things where I've got to sort of block myself off and just try my best here, experience it by myself. That's why I'm trying to see if anyone wants to talk about him in these comments or anything like that, so we can maybe form our little own community devoid of massive spoilers or hints. Maybe just little answers and answers to our questions here and there. That's what I would hope is in the comments. This show is so goddamn good. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I do kind of get the vibe that we might have an off week next week. It's been a while. I think it's been like a month and a half or something like that. So I hope not. It was nice seeing Sengoku. I want to know more about Sengoku. You know what I mean? It's like I'm going to say waste their time. They wasted their time on so much stuff, so many characters, that they better like show some respect and some actual like heavy time to some of these more important characters. It's one of those things. I talked about some of my displeasures with the Wano arc and how I felt it was very overrated. You know what I mean? All the focus on the Akazaya 9. Cut out, you know, a minute here, a minute there. We can get like 2 Sengoku backstory episodes. You know, and maybe that's just wishful thinking. Maybe that's just the George R. R. Martin and me wanting to explore literally every single tidbit of the world. And maybe that's overboard, but you know what I mean? I like what I like, and I want to see what I want to see. I will be very honest. I think that's all I've got for this episode. I will see you guys next week for, well, probably. We're now at the point with these reactions where I've completely caught up on the YouTube channel, so I'm now releasing them weekly. I'm releasing them every Monday. Typically, the One Piece videos hit Crunchyroll on like Saturday night for me, but I'm gonna stick to Monday uploads for now. But now it's at the point where I don't have to catch up, you know what I mean? And I really do not plan on falling behind anymore. So there are going to be a couple weeks. If there's no episode, there's going to be no video on Monday, sadly. So I'm kind of hoping that they release them all the time now. There's extra pressure, so to speak. But I really do hope to see you guys next week for episode 1117. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length uncut reaction up on Patreon if that's something that interested you. And if you guys like the content on the channel, I appreciate if you subscribe. It really helps me out. I will see you guys on the next One Piece episode.